Welcome everybody to the 25th U.S. Open. We are here in Minneapolis, Minnesota at the Target Center, about to start the final of the Women's Pro Division. Hello, welcome. Hope you're ready for an exciting match. My name's Tim Baghurst, and I'm joined for this match by LPRT board member Sandy Rios. Sandy, here we go. We've had 4 days of action. We've gone through qualifiers, and it's the 1 seed versus the 3 seed.
Not a surprise. We know that they're both excellent players. They didn't always have an easy test to get here. Some of them had some very tough matches, but here we are, 1 and 3.
Well, let's just stop for a minute as the players are introduced.
So that's like the IRT thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome again to Finals Sunday at the 2021 United Healthcare U.S. Open Racquetball Championships. Well, we've reached the finals in the LPRT singles division. Now let's meet our players. No stranger to the bright lights at the U.S. Open, this elite-level LPRT superstar has been knocking on the door of winning her first U.S. Open title for many years. Without question, she is the hardest-hitting female player in the world, with clock ball speeds over 130 miles per hour. In addition to power, she has a fierce competitive drive that will undoubtedly be on display today on the stadium court. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome from Buenos Aires, Argentina, the number 3 ranked player in the world, Maria Jose Vargas. Now let's meet Maria's opponent. No women's player in the history of the game has dominated the sport like this intense competitor from Mexico. She has ravaged the LPRT Tour for over 10 years, winning an amazing 90% of the tournaments she's played in. At the U.S. Open, she has been nearly unbeatable in both singles and doubles. Her incredible drive to be the best has raised the level of play for the entire tour. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome from Monterrey, Mexico, the defending U.S. Open champion and number 1 ranked player in the world, Paola Longoria.
Well, you heard the introductions, everybody. Longoria, Vargas, 1 versus 3. They've been here before, 2 years ago, in fact, when these two played each other. Longoria won it comfortably. Vargas looked very unsettled on the show court, jittery, bouncing around. We'll see whether she has that mental composure today.
Correct. She's coming off of a lengthy, off the tour. Of course, all the girls were, but she's missed a little extra time due to family reasons, obviously the birth of her son. But she's been here before, so we know she's got the mental capabilities. She's beaten Longoria before, so she knows she can do it. It's just going to be a matter of whether or not she's had enough time to put the training in and get her physical abilities back up where she needs to do it.
Absolutely. And as a reminder, when she did beat Longoria, the one time out of 29 times,
True.
let's not forget to mention that, it was at Virginia by the Beach, or LPRT by the Beach in Virginia, and it was in 2019. She had a chance in Maryland the same year, was up 6-0 in the tiebreaker, and didn't close it out. So the form was there before COVID, before she took a break for the birth of her son. Let's see if that form has returned.
Right.
For those not familiar with Longoria, she's serving. Vargas in the back. Longoria will move around in the service box, but will hit almost always a drive serve to the left more frequently than a drive serve to the right. Excellent cross-court winner from Vargas. That's what she needs early in this first game, a side out.
Yes, and I think in order to beat her, she needs to move Longoria from side to side, get the ball low and hard enough that she cannot return it off the back wall.
The key will be, can she do that without unforced errors? But she can do it with aces. That certainly helps.
Oh, that's the best way to win a point. Obviously, it's a free point. You only have one swing of the racket, point.
So Vargas strikes first. Thanks to everybody for joining us this morning. Do encourage you to share the feed. Appreciate all of you supporting racquetball as we spread this around social media. It is the final of the U.S. Open. But a skip that time from Vargas. She went for the pinch, just a little too low. We'll keep a track of her unforced errors. And another skip from Vargas. Longoria had an opportunity off a poor ceiling ball from Vargas and hit the sidewall and down the line. Uncharacteristic.
Yes, I'm surprised she did that because I thought for sure she would go straight in and put the ball down.
Longoria was certainly troubled by USA player Erica Mania yesterday in her semifinal. Showed some kinks in the armor, but Vargas is a different kind of player to Mania.
Exactly, exactly. She's got the same kind of power, and she's going to have to use that effectively and efficiently. And as we said, she cannot afford to skip the ball. Those mistakes will hurt her very much.
Another good shot from Longoria, wide angle.
And there's a good shot by Vargas.
Yeah, it was a sidewall, front wall shot that went back down, and it sounded like a skip, which is why Longoria questioned it. Longoria, by the way, has received a time warning for delay of game on her service motion. She does take a lot of time. Like to see that early in the match by our official Rodriguez to say, hey, I've got my eye on this. Here's your warning early. Let's keep it under control.
Exactly. She's far exceeding her 10 seconds there.
This time a skip for Longoria. Uncharacteristically skipped quite a few yesterday in a tight match with Erica Mania.
And that was on the forehand, so let's look and see if Vargas goes after that forehand.
I thought Vargas was going to get that. You could see how quick she is. She's tall, rangy, able to get back a lot of balls, but not that time. Side out. Ooh, we might see an appeal. We will have an appeal. So one disagrees and one agrees, so the call stands as short. Sandy, that one was tight.
Yes.
Scrambling to recover Vargas. But Longoria keeps her composure in the middle of the court, puts it down for another point.
Just another one of those unique bounces that happen here on the glass court.
Second unforced error from Longoria. That was fairly routine going down the line.
That looked like just a money shot for her. I'm wondering if maybe yesterday's match, a little fatigue, maybe a little stiffness that she needs to work out.
Smart shot down the right side, aggressive from Longoria. Another side out, back and forth we go, but it's the world number one who leads. She's won 10 of these titles. She's looking for number 11. Impressive.
Yes, and I think she's fairly determined to keep that streak going.
Wow. Vargas over the shoulder. Take another look. Longoria didn't expect it. Neither did we.
No.
That was brilliant. You feel like Vargas will have to play like that for an entire match.
And she's going to have to keep the skips under control.
Loose serve, side out. Longoria so mentally tough, overcoming adversity. Vargas demonstrating that yesterday, defeating Angelica Barrios in the semifinal.
Correct, in a tiebreak. But if you look at what Vargas has done this tournament, the only time she did not have a tiebreak was her first round against a qualifier. After that, every match of hers went to tiebreak.
Another good shot from Longoria, and it started with a short serve against the back glass, against the side glass that kicked to the middle. It's a serve that we're starting to see more and more, kind of that short Z, but doesn't get all the way to the back wall.
Well, it's tough because it comes off quickly and you have to react.
You have to move forward. And another skip from Vargas. Jam serve very effective on this court. We've seen it a few times work. Mania did it yesterday against Longoria.
It worked every time.
Yeah. So there's something to put away in that toolkit, so to speak. This jam serve may be effective. It worked there against Longoria. Well, if you're just joining us for the first time, we're here at Minneapolis, Minnesota. We're in the Target Center. This is the final of the Women's Open. After this, of course, men's final will be between Daniel De La Rosa and Carlos Keller. So don't forget to go to the International Racquetball Tour to catch that match when we finish this one. It's been an exciting week, Sandy, and I think in the LPRT we've never seen so much parity across the division, where we've seen so many upsets and so many tiebreakers. I've been involved 2 years. I've seen nothing like this.
Well, you're right. Every match we watched and we talked about, we couldn't pick a winner. You could not walk in there and go, well, this is how this one's going to win. It should be a walkover, because there weren't any. We had more tiebreakers and more come from behind wins than I've ever seen at any tournament before myself.
Yeah. 4 of the top 8 seeds didn't make the quarterfinals on the LPRT. You're seeing the athleticism from Vargas, but we're seeing the control from Longoria, and control beats athleticism in almost any sport.
Well, and you're seeing that athleticism is just keeping her in the point. She's not being able to be offensive with it. She's just using it strictly to try to keep the rally going.
7 serving 2. Little motivation for Vargas, maybe. She's only won 2 points. One of them was an ace serve.
And I think she's going to have to get a little more animated to get herself into this match.
I agree with you. Vargas is a very emotional player, and I think when her arousal levels are a little bit higher, she plays a little bit better.
Exactly.
We're just having a quick check on the floor.
One thing that's surprising is we have not yet seen Vargas on the floor.
Last night, of course, was the final of doubles, won by Longoria Salas in a tiebreaker. Perfect shot from Longoria. Look at that. The tiebreaker. It was disappointing how it finished, Sandy, because we saw Mejia slip and fall during that tiebreaker. Took a 15-minute timeout, took both of her 2 timeouts, and wasn't the same player when she went back in the court.
Correct. She finished it, and she did the best she could, but obviously she hurt herself in that fall.
It became very evident that it was not the same match. So that being said, congratulations to Longoria Salas for maintaining that focus and closing it out.
Exactly.
8 serving 2. Nine serving 2. This is routine racquetball for Longoria.
Yes, Vargas is not really putting any pressure on her. She's not making Longoria move. She's able to set her feet, shoot from everywhere on the court.
That time, a crack on the sidewall gives Vargas an opportunity. She needs some momentum, some rhythm, just to get back in this first game. Right now, it's all Longoria.
Oh. And just totally misses that one. And Vargas is going to have to get herself a little more into this match. She's just on the court right now. She's not really playing like we know she can play.
Clean hitting from Longoria, and it started with defense off the lob serve that put Vargas in the hole. The return wasn't great, and then she was chasing yet again.
Exactly. And she's not able to keep her balls off of the back wall. She's just setting Longoria up every shot.
She played on this court yesterday. You just wonder if the moment, maybe she's overswinging a little bit, too much pressure, trying to do too much.
Or maybe just a little fatigue. Her road was much harder.
And it's all defense yet again from the world number 3. I'm surprised she hasn't taken another timeout. Longoria controlling this match.
And she's almost on cruise control. It's like, I just have to play clean. I don't have to do anything outstanding. I just have to play clean.
A rare skip from Longoria and visibly frustrated. In that situation, all right, I skipped one, but I'm playing well, I'm playing consistent. Don't let it get to me. I'm sure she's going to let it go, which is why she's got to rack it up.
Exactly. She's just composing herself before we start again.
Let's take another look.
Oh, and we're going to have an appeal on the serve.
It looks short. And point given, call stands. Line judges agree with the official.
And at this point, I think Longoria is experienced enough not to let one call against her affect her. She's up 11-3. She needs to just focus and not let that one loss of a point bother her at all.
And you can see the just body language of Vargas is one of frustration right now. Especially after ace serves from Longoria right into the corner. Again, walking back, just rack it down, head down. It's understandable why. It's 12 serving 3, but
she's got to fight through it.
Exactly. There's the great jam from Longoria, and another point for Longoria. Had Vargas turned around, not able to hit the front wall. Longoria just cruising right now. That's better. And you can hear the vamos from Vargas. She needs more of that.
And she may not be able to win this first game, but she's got to get some momentum now. She's got to get a few points and get herself back into this so that she has a hope of possibly winning the second game.
Look at Longoria just slowing down Vargas. Vargas likes to play fast. And another crack into the left corner.
And it looks almost like the glass is still causing Vargas a little bit of trouble.
13 serving 3. Vargas tried the jam serve. Longoria handled it better than her opponent did.
Much better. And you notice that time warning early in the game has sped Longoria up. She's moving much quicker now in the service box.
Not wide enough, and Longoria, standing in the middle of the court, rips that down the right side for yet another point.
Yes, it was cross court, and the cross court was the right shot, but it needed to be deeper. It needed to hit a little higher on the sidewall and come behind Longoria, not right into her racket.
Game point for Paula Longoria. And puts it down.
There we go.
Why wouldn't you? You're up in the encroachment area, willing to take a shot that's coming off the back wall and be aggressive. You're feeling it. This is good shooting from the woman.
It's smart shot. She didn't go for too much, but she put the ball in. Vargas couldn't get to it.
Vargas getting players who people. There's Longoria, along with her mother and father. And
is proud to be the national co-sponsor of the United Healthcare U.S. Open Racquetball Championships. As the largest manufacturer in
Maybe if you can a little slow getting going here. And the room's getting ready to watch the sun.
Shane Diaz and Ross, pro players coming out of Texas. We're at home area.
Hey, Red. Hey, line judge.
Mueller Sports Medicine is proud to be
Everybody
the sports medicine sponsor of the U.S. Open Racquetball Championships.
is up there. He was on the commentary last night and is running the Boston Open this year for the LPRT. Big thank
And there's no way out.
His service and contribution to the LPRT. Mario, and while we take some time, think about having a pro stop in your city because we can be there. We can put on a great show, and it's wonderful to be able to interact with these ladies.
Yes, you'll find that the LPRT love to be at the tournament. And when they're out, they will come and they'll watch their fellow players play, and they'll interact with the fans. They're just very gracious and so much fun to talk to.
Of course, as well, sponsor the LPRT. Why not? It allows us to come to these events. It allows us to purchase better equipment so that the stream and the feed is better and better each time we come. It makes a difference, even just a little.
It does. And I want to tell people you don't have to have one huge sponsor. Think about it. If you got 5 people that are willing to put up $1,000, you've already got a $5,000 buy-in for the tournament. You don't have to have a huge sponsor. Get several businesses to sponsor you. It can be done. You just have to get a little more creative. But once you get us coming, you'll love us and you'll work to get us back every year.
Yep, and of course you're involved with the Battle of the Alamo, which will be held in April next year.
Correct.
Back to the action. Snap of the wrist from Vargas.
Much better start.
Longoria is not happy. She's going to appeal. Longoria is appealing a screen serve. One agrees, one disagrees. So call stands, loss of appeal. Oh, excuse me, 0.10. Oh, Vargas won't like this. She can appeal. She doesn't.
You have
it's
3.
Early. Yeah, but you have 3.
You have 3. And had Vargas won that.
Again, Longoria is taking so many balls. She's attacking so many balls from this encroachment area, which is where she wants to be. Vargas is not keeping her deep.
No, you've got to get her out of that sweet spot in the middle of the court.
Excellent serve. Slid along the back glass. Vargas went for broke, put it into the floor. A free point for Longoria.
And Vargas, that's her game. She goes for the shots, but she needs to be careful not to get herself too deep in the hole again.
What a serve, what a get. Lots to talk about in that rally, but ultimately it was Longoria who hit one to the left side, Vargas unable to retrieve.
And she got it deep enough and off the side wall that it cut behind Vargas, didn't come off the back wall. There was no way for her to run back and get it.
Vargas had her chance.
She did.
Front wall, big side wall into the middle. She paid the price. Diving effort from Vargas, hitting the floor and getting the rewards. A skip from Longoria.
Correct. But you see the difference in the depth of the balls. Vargas's are coming off the back wall, giving Longoria the setup. And Longoria's forcing Vargas to go into the back wall, which gives her a much better shot.
Longoria wants a replay. What a rally this is. What?
Wow.
Longest rally of the match so far, won by Vargas. Quick statistic for you. Thank you, JP Edwards, for providing us with the statistics and, of course, Pro Racquetball Stats. Vargas is 125-11 when she wins the first game, but only 27-50 when losing it. She lost one yesterday and came back against Barrios. Can she do it today? Longoria's made the last. Longoria wants a skip serve. We'll have an appeal. And it was a skip serve. Wow. In a final.
Yes, and we missed that front wall. We can't see that when we're in this view.
Before this match, Longoria had only lost 64 points total in the U.S. Open tournament.
And if I'm not mistaken, the third of those were yesterday against Mania.
Yeah. As you said, the path to the final was much easier for Longoria than Vargas, who's had to fight off a couple of tiebreaker wins.
Her last three were tiebreaker wins, yes. Much better there, much better from Vargas. Ball was past Longoria and just at the right place and the right speed to not come off the back wall for her.
Vargas doing better in this second game. Has only beaten Longoria once in 29 attempts. Here's an opportunity. Puts it down. That's better from the Argentine.
Maybe that'll give her a little boost there to realize this is how I need to do it. This is what I've got to do. I cannot miss these shots, and it was mine to take.
Screen serve. Good call. Ball passed too close to Vargas during that serve, and so it impeded Longoria. Second serve coming up. That's a fault serve. We'll see a Z to the right, I'm sure. And Vargas, it looked initially like she lost it in the glass, picked it up, and put it away.
Yes. And that was a decisive down ball. There was no doubt about that one.
3-shot rally for Vargas. That's what she wants. But a loose serve that time from Vargas, put down by Longoria. 3 serving 4. This is better from the 3 seed.
Much better start.
Down the left this time from Longoria. Won the majority of her points in game 1 down the right. 11 out of 15, in fact. So there's definitely a trend in game 1. A lot of people pick on the forehand of Vargas, not because it's less powerful, but because it's more inconsistent.
Right. Of course, the question is, with Longoria, her inconsistent, how really quantitatively is that inconsistent?
Well, it won her the game 15-3. So
Yes.
I think stick on that unless the left side opens up very easily.
Exactly.
Stick on this right side. Longoria's favorite serve, though, is, of course, a drive serve to the backhand. And we'll typically see a nick lob to the backhand as well, throwing in another to the forehand once in a while. Wow. Vargas, are you kidding?
And there's the difference in the athleticism between the two.
Longoria did well to pick that ball up. But look at this from Vargas, plunging to the right. Didn't just go to the ceiling, didn't just keep it alive. She did something positive with it. What a shot.
Yes.
Well, while we have this short break, just a reminder, in 10 days' time, we'll be in Las Vegas for the 3-wall ball outdoor tournament. Lots of action there on 3-wall, 1-wall, handball, paddleball. It's going to be quite an event. We look forward to providing that coverage for you. If you haven't yet played that event or attended, you should. It's pretty special when it's outdoors in the evening, lights are on. There's a huge crowd. It's a lot of fun.
Well, and you're in Vegas, so people never sleep in Vegas, right?
I promise you I do, Sandy. Great return from Longoria, getting in the service box. Vargas not able to capitalize from that diving kill shot. Excellent hands from Vargas, showing she has some touch. Just pushes that ball into the left side. Longoria went for the crack over to the left. It was a little high and came to the middle. But this time Longoria says, that Z serve, I've got that. That was short, straight down the line. Perfect response,
Exactly.
side out. This is a much, much better game, too, if you're just joining us. Longoria won the first 15-3.
And a skip there from Longoria. And she shouldn't worry about it. She skipped 1 ball. It's early in the second game. She cruised the first game.
Better
Much
from
better.
Vargas.
She was actually in control that time. She was dictating the pace, where the ball was going, where the shots were coming off. That's what she has to do that. You have to do that to beat Longoria.
Longoria hits a flat backhand. It was an awkward shot before that where she tried to take it on her forehand and got stuck on the left wall.
Right. And she hit it on the left, and she hit a forehand right back down the line at herself. I thought she was going for the reverse pinch.
Not sure.
Looks like a wet
some
spot.
wet spot on the floor. Well, 4 serving 5. Vargas seemed in game 1 just mentally frustrated, maybe nervous, maybe a little too amped up, over swinging a lot of balls coming off the back wall. Much better in game 2, seems to have settled down and is hitting better shots.
Correct. It could have been a little bit of all of those.
And maybe Longoria having to chase a few more balls in the second game as opposed to just waiting for the ball to come to her in game 1.
Exactly.
Longoria did it again, running around to take that on her forehand. This time, she paid the price.
Yes, and her backhand is so good. I'm surprised why she would run around and not just take the backhand. She's got such an excellent backhand.
I think if Vargas is to win this second game, she has to win 2, 3, 4 points off this drive serve.
Yes, she needs to get that drive serve in.
Longoria will appeal this, I'm sure. Not this time, as she won the rally. 2 bounce call. Back and forth we go. Put yourself in the place of the world #1. This has been your home for the last 10, 12 years, where you've dominated not just the sport, but in particular this tournament. You've won the first game. It's been easy. You've been cruising. Now you're in game 2, and all of a sudden your opponent is really fighting hard. How do you focus on getting back to where you're cruising and it's a walk away in game 2?
You concentrate on your serves. The serve sets it all up. She needs to get in good serves, put Vargas on defense from the get-go.
It's been a lot of short serves from both players in this match. Just clean from Longoria. First one was on the backhand side. It pushed Vargas over to the right, played defense. Then Longoria is able to step in with the forehand for the winner.
Exactly.
Excellent serve that time. Good defense from Vargas, though. Too much from Longoria again on the forehand side. She is, I feel, getting that momentum back, and a couple points in a row. Now she wants to really step down and say, let's go, let's finish this.
Exactly. She's not doing anything ridiculous. She's just playing steady racquetball, no mistakes. All I have to do is hit my shots. Her confidence is there, and she knows she can do it if she follows through on all of those.
And there's textbook racquetball.
Yep.
Patience. Wait for your opponent to have to move out the way too far. Open court. Forehand down the line. Winner.
Exactly. And I don't have to overhit. I just have to hit the ball.
2 bounces before the back wall. Timeout on the court. Taken by Vargas. I think it's a good one. Longoria. She's starting to find a roll, a rhythm. We'll take a break and we'll be back in just a minute.
I'm Carla Munoz and I play with passion.
I play to be a role model for the kids.
I play for the adrenaline.
I play for the love of the game.
And we're back in, everybody. Tim Baghurst, Sandy Rios joining you for game 2. And another point for Longoria. The momentum continues.
And once again, she had Vargas on defense from the serve, and that's how she's going to win this match. She's not going to let Vargas get control if she can help it.
So far, Longoria's only won 60% of second serve points. And I was about to say she's doing better on the first serve, but that one wasn't as good. Vargas, perfect down the line pass.
Exactly. And you saw it didn't come off the back wall. And that's the difference. Vargas's shots are coming off the back wall. Longoria is able to shoot them.
This is the serve that Vargas has to find. It's been short a lot, and it's forcing a second serve, lob serve, that isn't troubling Longoria as much. Well, that time it did. Longoria had the open shot down into the corner. She just hit the sidewall, kicked into the middle, and that wasn't good enough this time.
No, and Vargas was waiting for that one.
Another short serve.
And it is very frustrating for her not to get that drive serve in. She needs to not let that affect her.
That's better. And look where she's taking the ball. Longoria went defense, and it wasn't good enough. The ceiling ball short. When Vargas can get in front of Longoria, she can control the point, and that's been the challenge so far in this match.
She's not very successful at that, but she's doing much better at this moment.
Still short on this drive serve. I'd like to see her just maybe take some pace off of the serve. Stop trying to drive it as hard as you can, just to get it in, to get that rhythm perhaps on this serve. What's the call? No, we'll have an appeal here from Vargas, and you can see a big shake of her head.
She doesn't want to just replay this point.
Well, that was a bit of a mess because the official was talking to Vargas. We'll wait for this point to finish. Skip ball Vargas. She was waiting. The official was talking to Vargas about how many appeals remaining, and Longoria had her racket raised, which means Longoria is not ready, and Vargas served. So that's a fault, second serve, and then she immediately hit the second serve. Seemed a bit rushed and hit the skip.
She could have taken just a moment there to get herself together.
And there's another error from Vargas. Small things can make a big difference in a scoreline.
At this level, you can't mess up those small things.
Nueve, siete, 9-7.
And there was the short wide angle, and Vargas was there. And once again, she's at the encroachment line. She puts it down.
Vargas has beaten Longoria, true, only once, but she knows she can. She has to play the complete game.
Yes.
Diving effort again. You cannot question the commitment of the Argentine, but right now, Paula Longoria, you can see, senses the opportunity to close this out. She's found the momentum. She's had several points in a row, looking to take this 11th U.S. Open title.
Yes, and if she plays exactly her game and she's so disciplined, we know she'll follow through on what she knows she needs to do. The question mark will be, can Vargas stop her? And that's where we're at right now.
Longoria with a 94% win percentage. It's incredible. What's the call? Side out is the call by the official. Longoria hoping for something else, but decides not to appeal. And in this situation, I think that was a wise one.
Yes, she was definitely, the ball was definitely right behind her.
Yet another lob serve from Vargas. Vargas just stops play. We will have the appeal now. She might win this appeal. She flat out stopped play. You have to keep playing. One agrees, one disagrees, so call stands. Another loss of appeal. Great example, TJ. Get your hand up. No call. Get it down. Keep playing.
Right. You've already told the ref, I'm going to appeal this, so remember this shot, because we're coming back to it regardless of how this ends. And that's what that hand up is for.
Skip from Vargas and a free point for Longoria. 5 points away from this title. 10 serving 7. Diving get from Vargas. And it's put away.
But look where Vargas ended up shooting. She got herself, she worked hard to get there, but she got herself in center court and was able to get the shot to put it away for the rally.
And she's certainly not out of this match. It's only 7-10. There's a long way to go in this second game. Another big short serve.
That was not even close.
And she's had a skip serve as well.
Yes.
Broken ball. Vargas, you can see her expression on that. But you noticed how she pushed, if she put her hand out to make sure, hey, Longoria, get out of my way. I know you're out of position. I want you further out of position to hit my shot.
Exactly, because if you don't move, I'm going to get the penalty hinder on it too.
Two bounce effort from Vargas, working so hard in this match, but the control and consistency of the world number one is having its effect.
Now, she did get her drive serve in there, but it was not that good, and she did not get the loose shot from Longoria on that one.
11, serving 7. 4 points away now, Longoria. Tough shot from Vargas.
That was
Very aggressive.
Very nice shot from her.
She had to put that one down. Anything less, and Longoria was standing right there.
But if anything, that tells you she's not given up. She's still going to go for her shot.
Yet another second serve from Vargas. Trying something different, going to the right side. And a sidewall, front wall point for Vargas. Applause from this crowd. I know they want to see a tiebreaker.
They do. We would like to see one also.
No call from the official. Vargas consistently going cross court into the forehand of Longoria and really paying the price.
If she wants to do that, I still think she needs to push Longoria from side to side. If you keep going the same way, she's going to lean that way. She's already going to be headed that way.
Looks like timeout on the court taken by Longoria. Take a timeout when you need it. She's 4 points away from victory. We'll take a timeout too and be back in just a moment.
The more care you put into something, the better it will be. It's why you put so much into everything you do. And it's why United Healthcare has so many ways to take care of you. Like supporting your physical and mental health, helping make sure you're not surprised by prescription costs, and connecting you to care whenever you need it. Because like you, United Healthcare knows what care can do.
We're back, everybody. Tim Baghurst, TJ Bomba here, watching the women's final. Longoria, Sandy Rios, not TJ Bomba. Sorry, Sandy.
You still could give me that great compliment, though.
Have it. Skip ball, Vargas. Good timeout, Longoria. TJ Bomba is the commissioner of the LPRT. She's at courtside to make sure there are no issues, no questions on rules, etc.
Exactly.
Big thank you to her and all the work she puts in outside of these tournaments and at them. Short serve. If you get a chance, send her a message, say thank you, because she really works hard to make this a special event for the ladies.
Exactly.
And a special tour, too. Again, going to the forehand side. Longoria is comfortable with that forehand, and she's won so many points with a snap of the wrist down the line. And another point for the world number one.
And she took one side step to get to that ball.
There's an outstanding serve. Set up. And crisp reverse pinch winner from Longoria. She's feeling it. Why wouldn't you? It's match point.
Exactly. And she's up comfortably. All she has to do is get one good serve in, get one setup, and she's done it.
Here it is. Longoria looking for title number 11. Oh my goodness, that was close. Wow.
Oh.
Longoria wanted the replay. Consistently held up her hand. Vargas may have been distracted. Forehand side.
And
skips it. Just like that, Longoria, you could see the emotion. She's excited. Sandy Rios has been the best player all week.
Yes, she has. And like we said, she's had a fairly easy road. She's pulled it out. She fought hard yesterday. She was tested mightily yesterday with Mania, but she held her ground. She pulled it out. And then she came in here with all the confidence in the world. This is my court. I can do this. I will win. And she did.
Well, and she hasn't lost a game all week.
No.
And it's clear evidence she's been very comfortable. Yes, she got tested yesterday by Mania. Still didn't lose a game.
Nope.
Whereas all these other competitors, including Vargas, they've had to win tiebreakers to get to where they are. Longoria really just the most consistent player on tour.
Exactly. And it's not just physical fatigue.
Vargas as well, making the finals. Mania, I was listening to her after the match, and obviously disappointed to have lost, but she said, I'm so motivated now. I'm going to train like no one else, and I'll be back. And I have the feeling that she's got the fire lit. I can do this. I can compete the very best. And I think some of the younger players who are starting to come up that have that same mindset.
And they need to make what they do here not just be an outlier. They need to make that the standard that they're going to do. They're going to come in and they're going to play like this and they're going to train like this because it's there. You have to look for it. Nobody said this was going to be easy. You have to look for it. But they need to take that as motivation to put that mindset where they actually do it.
Congratulations. This is a very special year for the U.S. Open. Our 25th anniversary. And you are our champion. Yet again. So congratulations, and I'll let you talk to all your fans around the world.
Thank you, Doug. First of all, thank all possible this event. Thanks, Doug, for bringing us back here to the LPRT and the RT. It's always great to be back in competition after 2 years due to COVID that we were not able to compete, so it feels great to be back on the court. So first of all, I want to thank God for giving me the opportunity to keep playing the sport that I love, that is my passion. I've been playing for more than 22 years. I'm not that old, but I started so young. So I want to thank my family, my parents for always come and support me. I really appreciate the whole support they gave me my whole career. They are the two persons that believe in me when I was younger, and I don't have all the sponsors that I'm here. So big applause for my parents. I want to thank also my teamwork, my coach, Fran Davis, Edson Martinez, my sports psychologist, Magali Seronda. She's watching me on the LPRT network. I've been with them for more than 12 years. It's been a great journey. Too much respect, too much hard work, dedication, and commitment. So that's what a team of a champion is. We have ups and downs, but we've been always supporting each other, and I really appreciate it. Thanks, Fran, for making this trip with me. Thank you. I want to thank also my sponsors for keep believing in me and supporting me. Head, Sedena, Laboratorios Tequis, Nike, Sub-Zero, Sanmi, RC, Sefrate. Thank you very much. I don't want to miss anybody because all of them, they support me, they keep believing in me, and I really appreciate it. So thank you very much. And also want to congratulate Maria Jose. She's also a great player, always a battle to play against her. She's been improving a lot. And she put me to work today. She's always a warrior on the court, and I know I cannot give any chance to her because she will get it. So thank you very much, Maria. It was such a great pleasure to play with you. Thanks the LPRT network and the LPRT TJ and all the commissioner for keep doing what they're doing on the tour. All the young players are putting me to work harder and harder, and that makes me to really keep training hard and motivate me to keep going and going to get my 11th title today. So it feels awesome. It's a lot of work behind this title, but I love it. This is my passion. This is the sport that I like, and I just want to thank God again for giving me the help to do it. Voy a hablar un poquito en español para toda la gente que vino a apoyarme, a mis papás, a mi familia, a mi equipo multidisciplinario que está viéndome en el LPRT. Gracias por su apoyo, a todos mis fans que siempre me siguen incondicionalmente. Gracias, gracias por ese apoyo, de verdad. Lo que decía un poquito en español, quiero agradecer a mis patrocinadores y a mi equipo multidisciplinario que son ya más de 12 años trabajando juntos. Agradecer a la LPRT por todo el apoyo, a todas las jugadoras que vienen, de verdad, gracias porque por toda su entrega, por todo su entrenamiento, me hacen trabajar más. Muchas gracias, me voy contenta, gracias Dios por tanto, por la salud y por permitirme hacer lo que tanto me gusta. Gracias, ¡viva México!
Thank you. All right, we're going to have a short break, take some pictures out here, and
Well, there you
next
go,
up on the
everybody.
stadium
Longoria
court,
claims
the
it
men's
as
finals.
It's her 11th U.S. Open title. It's an incredible achievement, and as she suggested, there are some players coming up on tour. She knows it, but I don't think she's ready to give up her crown yet.
It didn't sound like it. I think she's saying, okay, I'm still here. I'm still going to work. My team and I are still going to be at it. So come on, let's battle in the future. It's coming on.
And I think this is probably an exciting time on the tour. Certainly over the last 10 years, probably the most exciting time on tour, where we're seeing this young crop, this young generation of players coming out of the international juniors and really testing the veterans.
It is. You know, for the last few years, we've kind of, we go into a final and it's, with same old, it feel like sometimes it's the same old players. It's Longoria and who's just currently
and Vargas
the
and
number
Salas.
2. Right. Now we can come to a tournament and we can look at the matchups and go, oh, this could be a really good matchup. Now, granted, everybody's going to have an off day at some point in time. It's not going to be their tournament. But I don't think there's going to be near as many of those off days with a lot of these young players. They're hungry, and they can kind of smell the fact that I can move up. I just have to do it.
Player.
Exactly. I just have to do a little bit of work and be more consistent and think I can do it. And that sometimes is the hardest part, but the most important part.
And we mentioned, of course, that 4 of the top 8 seeds didn't make the quarterfinals. Vargas herself almost didn't make the quarterfinals. The 3 seed had to win a tiebreaker every match to get to the final.
Exactly. And that shows how deep the field is getting. There are no easy matches anymore. Even the qualifiers, those girls are going to start pushing even the regulars on the tour.
Well, you can see Paola Longoria, she'll spend some time on that court with photos. She loves this trophy. It's something she's owned for many years. But on behalf of ourselves, Tim Bagger, Sandy Rios, JTRB, and Jay Josie, and of course our commissioner, TJ Bamba, thank you so much for watching this event. We'll be back in about 10 days' time for the 3-wall ball in Vegas. And I'm excited for that. If you haven't yet signed up, if you haven't yet thought about going out to watch that event, it's certainly a spectacular event. And we'll see you then. Thanks so much for watching.